I am just going to be doing a little bit of market analysis for the upcoming week. I've got the pairs that I'm interested in and that I'm looking at, and they're kind of really the usual suspects, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm just going to start off with Euro Australian dollar. Obviously it's my favourite pair to trade, and we're going to look at it on the higher time frames because I noticed something last week that that I hadn't taken into account. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. And yeah, you can see this is some of my analysis from last week. So on Euro Australian dollar, we can see here that obviously we've had like quite strong daily level. In August we managed to break above it, and then we had like this big old head and shoulders on the daily, and then came to the bottom of this range. So we tapped into the bottom of its range in November, and then we just had like this move to the upside, of which we saw this daily this daily level of resistance getting rejected, and then we kind of managed to break through it. And to be fair, this kind of looks like a little bit of a retest. Now initially what I was expecting following this trendline break is that we were going to go down to the bottom of the range, but buyers have been in quite a lot of control with this pair, and it's been really quite difficult to trade and get into the short positions. So what I expected to happen is that we were going to kind of come down, we were going to come back up and retest, and then continue to go down, especially once we broke this kind of phase of consolidation. Now the price action seems to have returned. What we've now got is this to me it's a consolidation flag. It's not a complete reversal. We've tapped into this liquidity here, and you can see on the daily that price is really struggling to close below that level, and every time it is closing below that level, we're just, buyers are just pushing it straight back up. So on the 4 hour now, it seems that we've kind of formed this consolidation. Here. So flipping my bias, because we can't break below this daily level with a proper retest, and I'm expecting it to go up. Now there's a couple of things that are quite interesting. We could look at it in a different way as well, where we look at this in terms of just an accumulation. So obviously now at the moment we're kind of within this range. There's a lot of buy side liquidity up here, and every time we're tapping into that, sellers are taking control. So we could still break below this level and continue down. We had this big move on Friday where it looks like we're going to potentially see more downside following this consolidation, but I feel like it's going to be on the basis of some trend line liquidity, and I don't think we're going to probably tap into this liquidity down here. I kind of feel like buyers might take this, so I'm going to look to take a potential short, and with that short I'm just going to look to tap probably this area of liquidity here, and I think then we're going to go back up, and I'm actually looking for a break above this level now. So you can see that buyers really tried it, and we've definitely got a flag going on. So if we do manage to break, we're going to get a continuation to the upside. Now when we get this continuation, I'm going to be looking to just take profits really at the top here. We're going to then see probably another consolidation back down on a retest, and then your potential take profit too is going to be here. So that's the kind of plan with Euro Australian dollar at the moment. Now we have also got some other pairs that are quite interesting, so we'll go and dive straight into those. Cleaned my charts up last week. So we had obviously this really big move to the downside here, and you can see it a little bit clearer on other pairs. But we had this really big move to the downside, and now we've kind of like we've got some like trend line liquidity here, and I'm looking to take that out. And for me, the target looks like it's going to be here. Now I don't know how getting into this position is going to be. Really what I was hoping is that we were going to see a retracement up to this level here, because although we've already technically had it, this was kind of earlier on, so I was hoping following this kind of head and shoulders that we were going to see a decent retracement up, and then we were able to tap into that and kind of set the target at this area here, which would be a really nice big move. But we'll see what happens on market open. And we've also got CAD CHF, so managed to catch a really nice trade on this last week, and then price is really now just moving down into or moving down in steps. We can see I was hoping for a retracement really back up to this, is it this level? No, I was hoping for a full retracement up to this level, but we didn't quite get it. So if we look on the 4 hour, this was really just a bit of a liquidity grab. So I don't think we're probably going to see this level up here again. I don't really think we're going to see this level here. So really the next step in this trade is just going to be trading this here, not for anything too big, but just for something. So we'll see if we get the break in the retest today, and then I'm just going to be looking to take profit on the second leg, because I feel like this is quite a strong daily area of support. I'd rather take a little something from it than absolutely nothing, and that'd be quite nice, just a nice little 6 hour trade, 31 pips. So yeah, as well, USD CHF. Now it's been, if we go onto the daily, it's been on like this really big bull run due to Trump's inauguration, or I think it's due to Trump winning the election. Personally, it's really strengthened the US dollar, but what it seems to be is that we've now reached the top of this range on the weekly. So this is a weekly level of resistance, and you can see here that we've got a doji candle on the weekly. So I'm going to be looking to get into this with the position. I think what we're going to see here is, I think we're going to start to see a 4 hour head and shoulders pan. Who knows? I mean, betting against the dollar at the moment, I don't think it's a safe bet, but if the price action is right, then I'm going to be taking the trades, simply for the fact that I kind of feel like maybe with this US election, it's already been priced in, and this is the pricing in of it, and we're starting to see across some of the other pairs that we've reached these like really kind of key areas of interest. So let's have a look here as well. We're just going to have a look at New Zealand US dollar, and we're going to look at that on the weekly. And you can kind of see here that we've reached the bottom of the range. Now this has been a range now since March 2020. It's a key. This is a really key level. Not going to be taking a trade just yet on NZD USD, but I'm looking for a nice decent swing here on this position, seeing if we can get into the position early, maybe increasing the stop or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure yet. That is the plan. We've got something USD CAD, you can see that we're now on the way to wiping out this liquidity up here. So this is really the next target for USD CAD, and we're not that far off it. We'll probably hit that this week, and as soon as that happens, then I'm going to then also be looking for a short. Yeah, again, we've not really gone up this far since 2020, and then also 2016, which every 4 years. You know, this is every 4 years, and this is also on the US election dates as well. So once we get to this position here, I'm going to stick an alert on now. I'm going to be looking for shorts, and then just riding it down for as long as possible once we get this kind of switch in momentum. But you know, again, and it's the same here with Great British Pound, US dollar as well. So on the weekly, we can kind of see here with Great British Pound, US dollar, that, you know, there's this key area of support right around here. There's liquidity below it. There is still liquidity below it, but if we look, this is going to be the key area, and it's going to be interesting because this is what we're going to see this week. So these are kind of more position trades that I'm looking at here, and also long-term swings. In terms of other pairs that I'm looking to trade this week, and also actually no, we'll move on to, we've looked at Euro Australian dollar, we've looked at United States dollar versus CHF, Swiss franc, and now whilst we're talking about the US dollar, or USD JPY, while we're talking about the dollar, we'll also have a look at USD JPY. Now we can see here the price has been trying to break, or has been breaking to the upside. Now none of the other pairs have actually been doing this. It's, you know, they've kind of been just stuck in this range. Euro JPY has been a little bit, but it's been nowhere near as strong as this. Now we've kind of got to this area here. We've had this big level of support. We've had this big level of support, and now we've broken it, and we're looking at being able to get the retest. And the only thing that I'm not going to be, I don't think we're going to be going that far down with it. Maybe we do, but I'm only going to really at maximum be looking to target this area of kind of liquidity here. But what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to find some trend line liquidity, and that will kind of align with really this key area up here. This will kind of align with this key area up here, hopefully, because this will probably fall relatively hard. So I'm looking at USD JPY for a short, and it's a trade that's just going to be taken on the 4 hour. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in having to get something really tight with this. I just know that I want to kind of be in it, and I'll do this from a break of structure. I'm not going to be taking this trade just yet. So we've had the rejection off that. We've had the rejection off that level there, but there's going to be some liquidity. It's going to grab up here before we move to the downside, in my opinion. It's very grabby, this pair. Every time you manage to get into a position, it will return. It seems to want to return to it. So if we do manage to take this trade and get into it, then it will be a case of looking to take first profits around this area here, and then look to take second profits on the trend line liquidity. And if we break to the downside, then I'll be looking to get into it below this level here, but only if we break this kind of 4 hour trend line that is has started to appear. And the reason for that is I just don't feel like we've topped out on this yet. I feel like if we're going to top out, it's going to have to be there. So we'll see. We will see. Other trades. So I posted this one in the group last week. Yeah, sorry, this was me just fucking around. This was me fucking around with stop losses last week. Whilst I was doing my kind of market analysis on Friday. So I posted this in the group on, what day was it? On, I think it's Thursday, and it looks like we are going to continue up to the, or we're going to continue to the upside, and we're kind of trending up now, just in this nice channel. It's not too bad because we're not really getting a sign that it's slowing, so we're just trending in this channel to the upside. So as I didn't place a stop or a limit order, and I missed my entry for this, I'm going to be looking at when we kind of take or come back down and test the trend line. I'm going to be looking to get into this position here. Now we've convincingly kind of broken above it. Great British Pound CAD, I've actually got, I'm thinking the opposite, to be honest. So I'm thinking shorts on the Great British Pound CAD, and the reason for this is, if we look here, we had this trend break here. I didn't really take into consideration that we would be on this, especially the weekly, forming another trend line. I thought we were going to come down and touch this here, but you can see that there's basically trend line liquidity up there. We've come up, we've topped out, and now we've actually broken through that area of liquidity. So we're kind of sitting here at this area of support at the moment. So for me, I think that we're going to be targeting and trying to take out this area of liquidity here, and this is going to be the level to do so. I think the price can't seem to break above it, but as soon as price breaks this consolidation flag here, then I will be looking to get into a position, and also hopefully being able to get into another position around here as well. So yeah, that's my full market breakdown. That's what I'm looking at trading this week. I'm not, anything else. I'm not massively interested in trading. Just kind of taking some of these hourly trades and going down to the lower time frames to be able to get the entry, and also to be able to add to it on them. And these are the trades that I'm looking at this week. So yeah, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and if you've got any further questions, you can just hit me up directly in the Discord. Cheers guys, I'll catch up with you next week.